As a college student, I was excited to begin my journey on campus. However, that excitement turned to dread when I moved into room 308 of the old hostel. It didn't take long for me to realize that my roommate, Sarah, was far from ordinary. From the moment I met her, I noticed something peculiar about Sarah. She had a distant look in her eyes, and her demeanor seemed detached from reality. She rarely spoke, and when she did, her words were cryptic and unsettling. As days turned into weeks, strange occurrences started happening in our room. Objects would move on their own, and the temperature would fluctuate dramatically, leaving us freezing one moment and sweating the next. At night, I would hear Sarah whispering in a language I couldn't understand. Her voice would shift from soft and gentle to harsh and guttural, sending chills down my spine. One evening as I sat at my desk, I noticed Sarah staring at her reflection in the mirror. Her expression was twisted with an unsettling grin as if she was looking at a stranger. "Sarah, are you okay?" I asked, trying to hide my concern. She turned to me, her eyes devoid of emotion. "I'm fine. Don't worry about me." But I couldn't shake off the feeling that something was terribly wrong. It was as if Sarah was not herself anymore, as if something had taken control of her. One night, as I lay in bed trying to sleep, I heard Sarah talking in her sleep. But it wasn't her voice I heard. It was a deep, sinister voice that sent shivers down my spine. "Join us," the voice whispered. "Embrace the darkness." I tried to wake Sarah, but she was unresponsive, as if in a deep trance. The voice grew louder, filling the room with a malevolent presence. Terrified, I ran out of the room and sought refuge in the common area. I confided in my friends about the strange occurrences and my growing concern for Sarah's well-being. One of my friends, who had an interest in the paranormal, suggested that Sarah might be possessed by a malevolent spirit. At first, I was skeptical, but the more I thought about it, the more it seemed to make sense. We decided to investigate further, hoping to find a way to help Sarah. As we delved into the hostel's history, we discovered that room 308 had a dark past. Decades ago, a student had died under mysterious circumstances, and his restless spirit was said to haunt the room. With this knowledge, we sought the help of a local paranormal expert. She arrived at the hostel with a bag full of strange items, ready to confront the malevolent spirit. Together, we entered room 308. The air felt heavy with an oppressive aura, and the temperature dropped drastically. Sarah was lying on her bed, her eyes closed, seemingly unconscious. The expert began the ritual, chanting in a language I couldn't understand. As she did so, the room seemed to vibrate with energy, and I could feel an unseen force moving around us. Suddenly, Sarah's eyes snapped open, and the malevolent voice returned. "Leave this place!" it growled. But the expert stood firm, continuing the ritual with unwavering determination. The spirit seemed to fight back, causing objects in the room to fly off the shelves and walls to shake violently. I wanted to run, to escape the terror unfolding before my eyes, but I knew I had to stay and support Sarah. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the spirit's resistance began to wane. Its voice grew fainter, and Sarah's body relaxed. As the ritual came to an end, Sarah fell into a deep sleep, the malevolent presence seemingly vanquished. The room fell silent, and the atmosphere lightened, as if a heavy burden had been lifted. The expert assured us that the spirit had been driven away, but warned that it might return if we weren't vigilant. She advised us to keep an eye on Sarah and seek help if the strange occurrences continued. In the days that followed, Sarah returned to her old self. She couldn't remember anything about the possession and was grateful for our support during that troubling time. Room 308 remained a haunted memory, a reminder of the malevolent spirit that had once taken control of my unusual roommate. The experience left me with a newfound appreciation for the unseen forces that may lurk in the most unexpected places. As I moved out of the hostel, I couldn't help but wonder if the spirit still lingered, waiting for another opportunity to strike. The haunting in room 308 would forever be etched in my mind, a chilling tale that I would share with caution, warning others to be wary of the unknown that may lie hidden within the walls of seemingly ordinary places.